Welcome back, students. Today I have some of the questions from Software Engineering Module 2. I have this question bank. You can see this. And today we are going to discuss how we are going to write the answers of each of the questions. Okay, so let's start with the first question itself. Let me copy the question. Yes, I'll show you how to write in a schematic way the answers for your exam. So let me paste over here. Okay, so this is my question. Okay, the first question. Let me make it as little bigger size so that you all of you can see it properly. Yes. Okay, so now my first question is we have to write the short notes on identity. Okay, so if you are going to write the about the identity, so what you should write? First, you should write the definition of your identity. Okay, so here the answer will be first you should write the definition. Okay, so you are going to write the definitions. Fine. Then if you have any examples, you can write the examples. Same, because it will be as there are some 5 or 6 questions will be there for 10 marks. So individually it will carry some 2 marks of question. So you can write the definitions and one example and it will be a small paragraph. So this is the answer. So if I want to write about classification, same thing I can continue for the classification also. Okay, so you can write the definition and you can write the examples. So if you want to write about the inheritance, you can write about the definition, and here one more thing you can add the point, like what do you mean by with this definition only you can add what do you mean by superclass and sub. Yes, you can add over here the superclass and the subclass. Okay, so these things you can add over here, and if you want you can give the example and how the properties have inherited from your superclass to subclass. That examples you can provide over here. Next we can move towards polymorphism. Here you can write the same thing about the definitions and about the examples. Okay, so the next one is your sharing. Here also same thing you can give, because all these things will be for you some around 2 marks of question, so you can give in that way. Moving towards the next one, the last one, synergy, you can give the same thing. Fine, I hope it is clear what you are going to write. Okay, very simple way you can write all this. Moving towards the next question I have here. Define the OO development. Briefly explain the stages of object-oriented methodology. So I'll just copy and paste the question here. Yes, let me make it little bigger size so that you all of you can see it properly. Yes. Okay, fine. So now what we are going to write in this question, as the question is saying that you should define the OO development, the first thing you are going to write the definition of your OO development, right? So you should write the definition of OO development, right? Fine. So next what you're going to write, you should have to explain 1 minute. Yeah, you should explain the stages of object oriented methodology. So what all are the stages are there? Let me highlight this. So I'm going to write about the stages now. So what all are the stages? There are some 3 types of stages are present. Okay, so I'll give the numbering also. What is the first stage? What will be the first stage? That is nothing but modeling concept. I'll tell you what to write inside also. Modeling concept and not implementation. Okay, so this is the first point. In this point, what you are going to write exactly? You have to write how the OO development, it is in a fundamental way, how it is going to help out, how you are going to focus on your programming techniques, and how it is very specific towards your developers or customers. All these things you have to write inside this modeling concept. You can take it as your like you can write in this way also, modeling concepts. Okay, this is the first point for your object oriented methodology. Fine. So what is the next one? The next point should be, you know that O methodology, right? Directly you can come to your OO methodology. And if it is not explaining some stages in that way, then what you can do, first you have to write all these stages, then briefly explain inside stages of your object oriented methodology. Okay, because all these stages I'm saying about your OO development. Okay, so specifically they have given the question. So first you have to write the stages of your OO development. Okay, then you have to write the stages inside your OO methodology. So here my OO methodology has come. OO methodology. So what are the stages that I will tell you? I'll come to that point also. Next point, inside your OO development, you can write down use of 3 models. But only you are going to write two lines about each, because as it has not given you the question to explain about the OO development, so it is not necessary. So if the question will be explain about the OO development, all these 3 points you are going to explain it. But if the question is only to explain object oriented methodology, we are going to do that one now. So I'll just write down that things, that points. So here what we should write, okay, stages of methodology. So what all are the stages are there in your object oriented methodology? The first point will be, there are many points, you have to remember the points, which I told you it is very important to remember the points. Okay, so the first one will be system conception. Okay, the first one is system conception. Next one is your analysis. Okay, you have to write about the analysis, you have to explain all these things. Fine. Next one you can write, again this analysis will have 2 points, that also you should remember. First point will be, okay, yes, the first part is capital. Okay, 1 minute. Yes, small. So first point will be your domain model. Okay, and second one will be yours application model, that you should remember. So this analysis, again it is having 2 parts. So one is your domain model, another one is your application model. Now here the third point will be system design. Fine. Fourth point will be class design. Then fifth point will be, and also whenever you are going to write about the class design, you should remember there will be again some points will be there. I'll just copy paste here and I'll edit it. First one will be data structures. Fine. So second one will be algorithms. So these points you should write, you should explain in detail. So first one is your data structure, next one will be your algorithms. So now my fifth point will be here implementation. Okay, implementation. Yes. Oh, spelling mistake. Implementation. Okay, so these all are the points. These all are the points under your stages of object oriented methodology. So you are going to explain all these 5 points briefly. Fine. So moving towards your next question, explain the 3 models used in object oriented technology. How we are going to do this? I'll just copy paste the question here. Let me increase the font size. Okay, fine. So now here we are going to see What all are the, okay, the number got changed, no problem, because as I have already taken the number, it has been changed, no problem. So now explain the three models used in object oriented technology. So what all are the three models are there? The first model will be class model, and you have to explain the class model properly. Second point will be state model. Okay, second point is state model. What is my third model name? My third model name will be interaction model. I'll write down here interaction model. So these all are my points, three model names. Now again, these three models also will have some points. So where and all the points you are going to highlight, I'll just write down that also. So inside your class model, you need to explain about what is your class, okay? What is your class diagram, fine, and also you can explain the relationship among these classes. So I'll just write down relationships. Okay, so these things you are going to explain inside your class model, that you should know, fine. Okay, so now inside the state model, what all are the things you should explain? Inside the state model, this number is getting changed. Okay, fine. So here inside the state model, what are the things you are going to write? First point you can write about the state diagram. Okay, first point has to be state diagram. Okay, that is one more is also there if you want to write, that is a transitions, how you are going to do the transitions. That point you can write. So how the states, you can see how the arcs will come and how these nodes will represent through your transitions in between your states. Okay, whenever the events will occur, you can explain about that things. Fine. So that is the next one. So now moving towards your interaction model. So in your interaction model, you can go for your the diagrams. The first one will be about the use case diagram. Okay. Next one will be your sequence diagram. You need to do the sequence diagram. Then next one will be your activity diagram. How to do these diagrams, that brief things you are going to learn. I as you know that already, I have given in my other videos and all, that is there in your system models. Okay, so all these things you have to explain how these things are going to represent, how you are going to work out with this. So this, about these diagrams you have to explain. Fine. Now, so this is all about your three models. Moving towards the next question, explain in brief the history of UML. So I'll just copy paste the question here. Okay, I'll increase the font size. Fine. So now we will write what is the explain in brief the history of UML. So how you are going to write, how, what is the history and all. So whenever you will write the history, there are some points which you have to write. These things, there is no specific points. Yeah, there are two specific points you can say. One will be your UML 1.x and second point will be your UML 2.0. I'll write down UML 2.0. Fine. So these two are your points. So whenever you are going to write these 2 points, you have to elaborate when this semantics has been introduced, in which year it has been introduced. All these things you have to explain about these 2 points. And also if you want to add, if it is some 4 marks of question, you have to add what do you mean by OMG. OMG is nothing but, it's not, it is object, sorry, 1 minute, yeah, object management group. Okay, you need to explain about this, which year it has come. It has come, I'll just note down here also to remember, 1996. Oh my god, yeah, 1996. Okay, similarly this UML 1.x, it has come in the year of 2000. It will be easy for you to remember. Okay, And who has developed these things and all. If you want to write all these things, you can write about the open industry standard. Okay, about open industry standard. And it has come in the year of 1995. Fine. So if you want to add some of the things which has come in your 1994, that is OMT, that is nothing but object modeling, object modeling technique. Okay, so this has come in 1994. Fine. So one more is also there, that is OOA. I think everybody knows about this. So this is nothing but, this is your object oriented analysis, object oriented analysis. And also one more is there, that is OOD. You have to remember all these things, all these points, that is object oriented design. Fine. So all these things are there, and who has developed, who, when it has been developed, all these things you have to remember. So normally these things has been developed in 1994 itself. It has not taken any other time. So it has been developed in, so this much of points will be enough. Yeah, I forgot to write this one also. This has been developed in the year 2005. Okay, so you need to explain all these things in detail. Fine. So I'll just write down how much marks it will come. I have not written. This thing has come for your 10 marks. Okay. This question can come for your, yeah, it can come for your, see, this O development will be 2 marks and this explanations will be 8 marks. So totally it can come for your 10 marks of question. Fine. 3 models can come for your 6 marks of question. Okay. So that according to that, you need to write your answers. And I'll just take down to the next better. Yeah, this can come for your hardly 5 or 6 marks or 4 marks, not more than that. Fine. So now next we'll move to the next question. Elaborate why models are created. Okay, why you want the models to be created. So this thing, this is a theoretical, like norm, there will be only points in the sense in a paragraph wise. So you have to write. So try not to write in a paragraph, write in a point wise, but there is no specific points to be written. Yeah, I can make it as some 4 points which will be easy to remember. The first point, you can elaborate about the communication with customers. Communication with customers. Okay, so now with this point you can write like how the architectures and the system designers, how they are going to model the model, and how the customers are going to have some of the like mock demonstration about the system. All these things you need to write in this point. Okay, communication with customers. Next one, you can write about the testing of physical entity. Okay, so that is one more point. So in this testing of physical entity, you can write how the system has to be built, how it has to be tested, if any of the cost will get increase or decrease. So how you are in that kind of case, how you are going to again rebuild your system, and how some of the testing environment you can create by using some physical model or computational models, how you can do all these things, you are going to write in this point. Next point will be your visualization. I'll write down visualization. So here in this visualization point, you can represent how the model system can be represented. Okay, because it is a visualized thing. So how it can be represented, and what all are the main elements has to be there, what all are the main activities are going to be performed, how events you are going to write, how transitions you are going to show. All these things you have to write from the customer's perspective towards your model. So next point will be yours complexity reduction. Okay, so in this complexity reductions, you can write if there will be any complexities towards your system, how you are going to reduce by using or by decreasing some sort of like modules, or some reducing some sort of your important things which is going to deal with separately. That things how you are going to reduce, so that the complexity of your system also will get reduced. Fine. So that things you are going to explain inside this point. So this is all about your fifth point. So this question can come for your hardly 5 marks, not more than that. Okay. Moving towards your next question. The sixth question, what all are the various OO themes? Very nice question. This kind of questions used to come in your exam. As usual, I'll increase the font size. Okay, fine. So what all are the OO themes? So what you are going to write in this OO themes, right? So here, I'll just write down here first OO themes. Okay, first point, OO themes. So here some of the points are there. The first point will be abstraction. This question used to come in your exam, so you have to prepare encapsulation. Next one will be sharing, and next one will be synergy. So see, all these things question are coming as a whole question also, and with in short notes also. So if you will prepare once, it will be helpful for you in any of the point of view, right? So these all are the things you are going to explain it on your OO themes. So now moving towards your next question, there is no need to give any examples or anything. Directly it can come for your 6 marks question. Okay, fine. So now moving towards next question, seventh one. Describe the concept of object-oriented modeling with example. So I'll just copy paste over here. Okay, as usual, I'll change. Fine. So now what all are the concept of object oriented modeling with example? So here what you are going to write, you have to elaborate about the concept, right? So here the first point will be, there are many points, you have to write it properly. First you can write the concept. Okay, first you can write the otherwise you write first definition. Okay, so what is the definition about your object oriented modeling? Object oriented modeling. Fine. So once you have written that things, it is again defining two requirements, functional requirements. It has some state and behavior. You have to enhance this point, state and behavior. So if you want to write about that, you have to go for again two things. That will be, one is your OOA, object oriented analysis, and also one more will be yours OOD, yeah, object oriented design. Okay, so you need to do this. Then after that you have to do one diagram over here. Okay, there is a diagram, you can follow the book also. I will draw this diagram here only now quickly. So what you're going to do, you have to draw one diagram. Yes, so how you're going to draw the diagram, just make some two boxes. Okay, so here one box, one more box will be here. Fine. So you have to give the arrow mark from here to here. Okay, and one more arrow mark you have to give from here to, you need to give the connectivity. Then again one more arrow mark you need to give from here to here. Okay, so here what you're going to write, if I want to add some text inside this, I have to write object oriented analysis model. Okay, you write it properly, object oriented analysis model. Fine. So here inside this I have to write what I am going to write, object oriented design model. Fine. So these two things has to be written properly. Next one, what you are going to do here, what you are going to write here, functional requirements. Okay, so I'll write down here functional. I know it has gone that side, requirements. Okay, no issues. I'll just Okay, I hope you people can see now. Fine. Functional requirements, if you want you can drive little up also. Fine. This side you are going to write about the functional requirements. This side you have to write. I'll just write down here. It will take more space. You're going to write for this arrow, last arrow, implementation specification. Implementation specification. Okay. So these two things you are going to write. Fine. I hope you can see. This is for the last one. Okay. So now this is the diagram of your concept of OOAD. Okay. This is a diagram of concept of OOAD. Okay. So this diagram you need to do. So once this diagram will over, next point you should write about. So next point you should write about your what is object orientations. Okay, you need to write about object orientation, the definition of object orientation. Fine. So you are going to write, okay, so there is a spelling mistake while typing, all these things will happen. Fine. So now next you are going to write about this, but under this again you have some of the points. So you have to, that also you need to write. What is the first point under to this? It will be identity. See, all these things already in one of the question has come, right, in your short notes. Same thing will be here also. So one time preparation can help you like anything, right? So you have to prepare in that way. So whenever you are writing about the identity or classification, don't forget to give the examples. So here one more will be your inheritance. One more will be your, like you can say polymorphism. Yes. Polymorphism. So all these things you need to write with the examples. Fine. So this one will be your object oriented modeling question answer. Now moving towards your next question. What is the next question? Yes. Define the purpose of following term with suitable example and UML notations. UML notations with respect to class model multiplicity. Yes, this is also one of the important question. Okay. So I'll just paste the question over here and I have changed it. Okay, fine. Great. So now what we are going to write about this question, about this answer, what we have to write, first we should write about the, what do you mean by multiplicity? Okay, about the multiplicity we should write first, then only we can continue with the answers. So now here you know that, let me write down. First you need to write what is multiplicity. Okay, multiplicity. Yes. So once you will write down, you know there is one box where you have I have already shown in my previous classes, where I have written about the notations and descriptions. So that tabular box you need to do over here. Okay, so that is the notations and the descriptions. And also you have to explain about the cardinality, that you don't forget to explain. These are the main points. Cardinality also you need to explain how these things are all useful. Okay, so once it will be done, as the question says that you need to do one example. So in the example already I have given some example where the teacher teaches subject. Okay, then you should write the teacher class diagrams and the subjects object diagrams, right? So that example you can give here. If you don't know this example, you can follow my last classes videos. There it will be there. Okay, all the examples. So this is all about your question number 8. So similarly, the question number 9 about the association class. Fine. So moving towards here, you can see. Okay, I'll just paste the question. clarity will be there to write the answers. So here, fine. So here what all are the things I'm going to write, because this is my association class, right? Similarly, you have to write about the association class, okay? Here you have to write the first point as association class, okay? Inside this association class, you have to write about one example, and also if one example you can give. I'll tell you how to give the example also. Suppose you want to write the association class for student and course, then I'll do over here. Okay, it may go to the next page also. So here I can, 1 minute, I'll take the box, that is better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'll do over here, I'll take one student, okay, and so I will place one course over here, fine, and one more I'm going to do one enrollment or something like that, I am going to place over here. So here in the first case I have to write about about the student, right? So I'll write student, okay, I just increase the font size. I will write student, and once I have written about the student, then about the student also I need to write, right? So down to that I can write, I'll just give some space, about the name I can write, and I can write about the student ID or USN you can say, okay. Then I can write about the address, fine. Once it will be done, you have to write the functionalities. So I will write, you need to check the eligibility, check underscore eligibility function you need to write, okay, that is one part. Next, if you want to write, if you want to go if you want to select some courses, you have to write select underscore course, okay. So I'll give yeah, so these all are the things you can write over here. If you want to add some more things also, you can write, no problem in that, fine. So once I have written, how I'm going to give some space in between that. So what I'm going to do, I'll just give the space. Okay, so we need to give like this, and what I will do, I will give over one bar so that I can distinguish all these things. I will give over one bar here, and I will take and I'll give one more bar over here, okay. So the student class will be distinguished in this way, fine. So now if you want to give some color thing also, just to highlight, I'll just give some other color name also and make it as center, fine. So in this way, similar way, we can go for the course, okay. So I will do one thing here also. In the similar way I will write, okay, course, and I'll just write down, first thing I'll write about the course, 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 okay. Next I want to write the attribute names. So what I will do, all these things has to be in one sided so that it will be easy to see also, right? Yes, so now after this I have to write about the course name. I'll write down the course name. Now next, if I want to add one more attribute, it will be course ID. If I want to add any other things, I can add fee, okay. So once that will be done, you can add the functionality names. One will be application underscore student functions, okay. Then you can add here cancel underscore allocation, okay. Then one more you can add as update, if you want to update also, update underscore course, fine. So all these things you have to add, fine, okay. So we will give here it has become like this, okay, fine. So I'll make it as color change because it won't look good if I'll put it in a red color. So I'll just change the color to black and I will give the distinguishes now. So
So that is preview. Okay. So that is then already entered. Okay.
So now here I can take some bar lines and I will add this bar lines. Okay. So here also again bar lines and I'll just give the bar lines over here. Fine. So now this became my course. So now next what I'm going to do, I'll write about the enrollment. Okay. So when I'll write for the enrollment, I'll write down here capital enrollment. So this is nothing but your association class. In this way you need to write your association class. Okay, so enrollment, you can add any other things. I will add the uh, attribute name marks, then I will add one more attribute. You can add any more attributes, and now I'm adding the function name, that is calculate underscore average underscore marks. Fine. So here I have added, so this is my, I'll just make it as one sided, it will look good, and I'll give some space in between so that we can make the differentiations and all these things. I'll change the font size. Okay, fine. So now I'll change this color and now I will give the differentiations. So I will make one barcode over here, then again one more barcode here. Okay, so this is the differentiations. Now how the connectivity I want to give, I'll give some connectivity. So I have to give the arrow, no sorry, you cannot use the arrow mark here, the straight line only you have to use, that is known as your links, association links. So from here to here one connectivity has to be there, and again you have to give the connectivity from here to here. Okay, so two connectivity I have given. So if I want to write the association class, I can write. Okay, okay, so I can write over here. So I'll write plus enrolls for, because students are enrolling for the course. So enrolls for. Okay, this is my associations, and if you want to give, you can give the relationship as this side you can give. So this corner you can give as multiplication sign because many, and this side also you can give it as multiplication sign as many. Okay, so many to many relationships has to be there. Got it? I hope you have understood how to do this association class. Now moving towards the next one, this is the ninth question over. uh, this is my diagram, okay, or example you can say. So now moving towards the next question. What is the next question? The 10th question. uh, So this is the same like one more association class. If it is same as your ordinary class or not, then explain with an example. You can go for the same thing. Actually, same question you can go for. Here I can write down same thing. Okay, you can go for the same answers, almost same answers. So this question can come for your 4 marks, and this question can come for your 6 marks. Okay, so this is the 10 questions over. So now we have another 6 more questions. I will discuss also that. So here you can see the 11th question about the bag and sequence. So let me write down the question. So this is the question. I'll just paste over the question here. So this is my 11th question, and let me make it as little bigger size. Okay, fine. So here what you're going to write about the bag and sequences. So in this question we have to concentrate again for the example, and what do you mean by the bag and sequences? You can write some of the points. Which one will be what do you mean by bags? what do you mean by sequences, and you need to give the example for all these things, for all individually. Okay, so this is about your question number 11. If you want to go for one of the diagram, I'll just show you how to make the diagram also. I will make over here the diagram. It will be, clarity will be there. Okay, so I'll insert one rectangular box over here. Fine. I will put one more box over here, and here I will write the person, and here let me write job. Okay, one person wants for the job, so jobs will be here this side. Fine. So here what you're going to do, you need to give the connectivity. So here I have given you the connectivity. Fine. And here what I should write, in this link you should write, you have to write in one corner. Okay, this corner you have to give this sign, you need to write bags. Fine. And this is the connectivity of your, I'll just make little closer to this. Yeah, okay, fine, this side. Okay, bags. So now fine, so here you need to write, if you want to give any kind of your many to many, or you can give many to many, the links you can give anywhere wherever you want, so you can give many to many also. So now again, if you want to go for the same thing for the sequences purpose, so I will just one more, so I will just copy this one more. If you want to do the same thing only, so I'll just put over here, this is my, it became the image actually. So here the person, I will just change it to system, change it to system. Okay, so now if I want to I want one more, I'll just place over here, I'll write down here message. So the system is going to send the message, so that time the connectivity has to be given. So this is my connectivity. Okay, and here I have to write, here you can write the sequences. So here you are going to write the sequence. This is all about your bags and sequence question. Now moving towards the next question, that is prepare a class diagram for each group of class and add at least relationships. Okay, this is a question which already we have solved in the class, but still we will do again. Okay, so this is a question. Yes, the question is correct. Okay, so here I'll just change this so that all of you can see it properly. Okay, so now to do this diagram, there is a big diagram is there. Okay, so we have to do that diagram. So first we have to take the file systems. So what are the file systems are there? That is the first one is your, go to the insert, take this and do the file system. So I will take it as text, write down file system. Okay, so I'll just make it as bold, you all of you can see this. And below to this, if you want to add any of the attributes name or function name, you can add that also. So I'll just divide into two size, so that if you want to add some of the attributes or function name, that you can add, that is your choice. Okay, so these are the two divisions I have done. So next I have one more I need to take. So I'll take one more. So here you can write about the disk. Okay, so I'll write here disk. So this is, I'll make it as bold. Here also, if you want to add any of the, so that I can make it as little up. Fine. So here also in disk also, if you want to add anything, you can add. So I'm adding over here capacity. You can add capacity. Okay, that is your choice what you want to add and all. So if I want to give the divisions, I'll give the divisions. One will be your attribute name and the second one will be your function name. Fine. So next one, similarly, now the disk will be of two types. That will be drive, as per the question, drive and tracks. I'll take two more. So one side it will be as drive. Okay. So one side it will be as drive and one more side will be as track. So I'll just control C V. This side I can paste it as your track. Similarly, attribute names you can place over here, whatever, and divide, try to divide it always. Don't forget to divide. Okay. So if I want to give the connectivity, I'll just give the connectivity. Now my disk has been two parts. One is this and one more is track. Fine. And also it has one more connectivity from the track to I'll just first insert it. Sector is also there according to the question. So sector also I will draw. I'll just write down inside that sector. Okay, and I need to give the connectivity. So I will go for this and give the connectivity. Okay, fine. So drive, track and sector I have made. You can give the double sides and you can make it as proper. Okay, don't forget to partition it, because partition is very much important one. I will do it because sometimes you people will forget to do. So don't forget to do this. So this is one partition and again one more. So again one more partition also I'm going to do over here. Fine. Okay. Similarly do for the track also, sector also. Don't forget to do. If you want to add any of the attribute names or function names, that also you can add. Okay, fine. So now the next one will be your this disk for the file system. One point I have already made the disk. One more also I need to do according to the question. You can see one more will be file. So I will draw this side as file. Okay, so here I'll write down file. So below to that there will be some of the functions name I'm going to write. So you can write create, you can write compress, you can write delete. Okay, don't forget to give the function name. These are the functions. So I'll give like this and I will give here like this. Okay, delete. Next you can give us rename. If you want, you can give us copy. Okay, fine. So here I'll make it as copy. Okay, so all these things are my function names. I'll give the divisions now. So after file, here I should write, I will just give it the divisions in this way because attribute names I have not written. These are my function names. So inside this, if you have any attribute names, you can write down. The next thing will be your, now the file has to be connected with your file system. Now this file has been, according to the question, it is of two types again. So what I will do, I will just create here. One will be your data file. Okay, so I'll just write down here data file, and with that you can add attribute name as name, and then you can add some of the function name. I'll write down execute, anything you can add. Okay, so I'll make the divisions now. Don't forget to do the divisions, that is very important, because first one will be your attribute name, next one will be your function names. Yes, let me copy this. Okay, fine. So next one will be your directory file. Okay, so this is my directory file. So if you want to write the name, you can write. If you want to, here I'll just change list names. Some of the list names will be there, so I'll change it to list names, some names. Then I will divide it. This is my directory file. Then this is my attribute name and function name. Fine. So this is of two types, so I'll give the connectivity from here to here. And again, this is, no, this one should not be like this actually. It should be like this. See it properly, the arrow marks. Then I have to give from here to here. Fine. So now again, the data file, according to the question, the data file has been divided into two types. One will be here. So this is my ASCII file. ASCII file. So here also I should have attribute name and function name. One function name I'm adding, that is print. So here I will divide it, and again I'm going to divide it. Fine. So now one more will be there according to the question, that is binary file. So I'll place over here. So this is my binary file, and I'll just give the separations. Okay, one more I can give. So if you want to write anything, you can write. So here I want to write some type. Then I want to write, just make it little big. 1 minute. Yes. Okay, type. After type, if you want to write the date, some date. Okay, so I'll write date. Okay, if you want to write the size, you can add all these things. So now I'll give the arrow marks. So this ASCII file has come from here to data file, and also binary file has come from data file. Okay, so if you want to give some of the what to say, uh, uh, like one to one or many to many, wherever you want you can give. Wherever the arrow marks are there, no need to give. So if I want to give, suppose here, so suppose here I want to give many. Okay, from from here to many, right? So this one will be many to many. That we should remember, from where to where we are going to give. Fine, this is many to many. So if you want to give this side also, this one also will be, you can write here also many. Here actually one relationship I have not given, that relationship we need to give from here to here. Okay, so this connectivity, so I can take this many to many. One more also here, many to many. Okay, so this side. So if you want to give here, so this side it will be one to many. So I'll write here many. What's happening? Why it is not going? Yeah, going now. Here it is many, but here it is one to one. So I will just place over here. I'll write it is one to many. Okay, and also if you want to give here also the relationship, you can give. This one will be many, and this one will be one to one. Okay, so similarly if you want to give here, this one will be many to one. Here I can change 0 dot dot 1. So here I can write 0 dot dot 1. Okay, that relationship. And also if here you want to give, you can write one to many. It will be one track, many sectors, one track. So I'll place over here. Fine, one to many. So this is all about your the class diagram of each of the. Okay, now let's see the question number 13. This is a very big question. Let me copy and paste the question first. Then we will see how to write the answers. Okay, so yes, this is my question number 13. I have taken one more document. I'll make it little bigger size. Okay, so what is the question? First, from the question, you need to find out that what all are the class names or attributes name or function names you are going to write. Okay, so if you can see the question, here many things are there. Okay, prepare a class model for hotel management system. The system should support the chain of hotels. Okay, this is the first one. I'll just change the colors wherever I'm getting any kind of your your class name. Okay, next one will be a hotel contains. So hotel also one more class name. Two categories of rooms, that is executive room and normal room. So the room also will be one of your class name. So that is again divided into two varieties of room. That is, one is your executive and one more will be your normal. So that is also one kind of one of your class name. Both AC and non-AC, the customers for executive rooms can avail the extra facilities like games, swimming, food service in rooms. The booking is possible by internet. So you are going to do the booking. So here this booking will also be a class name. Okay, by internet or by phone. If the booking is through phone, the process has to be done by the receptionist. So here also one more will be there, the class name, that is receptionist. And if booking is done through the internet, the process has to be carried out by the customer. So the customer also will be one of your class name. Okay, next, through hotel website, depending on the number of days the customer stays, appropriate bill. So this bill also will be one of your class name is generated. The bill also contains the amount of transport, food and all these facilities by the customer with necessary taxes. The manager should be able to, so manager also will be one more class. able to generate the report like the list of customers and all these things. Fine. So through this, now we are going to write the we are going to draw the diagrams, fine, the class model diagram. So for that, first I have to take the box, the rectangular box. Okay, so here I'm going to write and also I need to divide it. As I told you, always we have to write the class name and the object names and the attribute names, function names, everything we are going to write. So here I'll just add the text as what is the first one, chain of hotels. So I'll write hotel chains. Okay, so because it will have the many varieties of hotels, chain will be there for different places, so that will be the another one. So if I want to write any of the attributes name, I'll write some code plus code, like some code name wherever the name of the hotel, place, like address code, that is. Okay, so if you want to any of you, if you want to add any of your functions name, that also you can do. So I'll just separate this. So this is my class name, and next I'm going to write in the below, you can add your function names. Okay, that is your choice. So I'll just give this one little bigger size. Okay, so I think you can see now. So next, what is that? That is your hotel. So what I will do, I'll take one more box over here. I will keep the box here. Okay, fine. So here I will write, this is my hotel. Okay, so inside this hotel also you should have some of the attribute names. These things you have to write. Okay, so I'll write hotel ID, then I will write name, hotel ID, then you can write name. Okay, fine, then you can write some address, then you can write the web address. Okay, web address, then I can write phone number. Okay, so these things will be my uh, attribute names. So you can add your function name also. I'll just increase the font size. Okay, so fine. So now I want to separate all these things, so I have to separate. So don't forget to give the line bars. So I will give one line bar here because this is my class name. Then I will give one more line bar over here and add in the below any function name if you have. Fine. And I'll give the connectivity also in between these two. Okay, so I'm going to give the connectivity. Fine. So now next one will be, this hotel will have, there are customers, right? Customers, and who is going to manage? The manager. So two things I'm going to write here. One, I will write customer, because customer I'll make it in the down, it will have many attributes, so I'll make like this. And also I will make one more as manager. So what I will do, I will take one more shape here, I will keep over here as manager. Fine. So now what I'm going to do, inside this I'll write customer. Okay, so below to the customer, the customer ID. Okay, next will be name, next will be address. Okay, next will be from which city he has come from. Then you can write the phone numbers, then you can write the how many days they are going to stay, so stay period. Next you are going to write the room number, which room number we are going to give to them. Fine. Okay, so here it has become okay, so the room number. Next I'm going to give them the bill amount also. Okay, this also has to come from the hotel, so bill amount also we need to provide. Then what are the functions we can write? Check-in day. Okay, so you can make one more function as check underscore in as function name. Then one more you can add as I can say checkout, right? So checkout function name. Then you can add one more as your pay bill, because before leaving they should pay the bill, that is a function name. Then I will give one more, that is like if they have ordered any food, So order food items, that also you can keep one function name. So all these things will be your functions. So I'll change the, I'll make it as little bigger size. Okay, so now what will happen, this is the customer and this is the function name. So we'll just separate it. So I will use the bar, I will separate from here to here, then I will use again one more and I will separate from here to here. So from where to where I should give the connectivity, I should give the connectivity from hotel to customer, right? Now next, if I want to add any of the like what to say, like the relationship, I can add, I will add the relationship as star. Okay, many to many. Is it visible? It is not visible. 1 minute. It will be visible. Okay, it is star. Okay, star. So now, so if this is the star over here, then also this side also there will be one more star. So many to many representations. So I will take and I'll keep over here. Okay, so many to many representations. So I have given here many to many. People do it properly. Fine. Okay, so now what is the next one? This hotel also will have the manager, right? I have done for the manager over here. So what I will do, I'll write over here the manager. So what all are the functions will be there? ID, then I'll write the name of the person, then I will write the phone number, anything that is your choice, whatever things you are going to add. So what is the job of this manager? He has to generate report, right? Generate report, that is one function name. The spelling is mistake. Okay, generate report, you can give the underscore also, anything you can give, that is not a it's not a problematic thing. Next you can write if he has to manage any stock. So he is taking care of stocks, so I'll write take underscore stock. Okay, that is one more function name, that also your choice how you're going to add. Next, if you want to add any of the, I can write status, he need to update the status, so keep status updating. So I'll keep like this, so I'll make it as bold, then I will make it as separate. Okay, I'll take this bar, I'll separate it. I hope all of you are following me properly. So I will separate this. Where to where connectivity I should give? Hotel to manager. So what I will do? I'll give the connectivity from hotel to manager. Fine. So now, next, what manager is generating? He is generating the bill, right? So I will take one more. So as he is generating the bill, I'll keep over here. I'll write here bill, because bill is also a class name. Bill is also a class name. So under to this bill, if you want to add some attribute name, you can add bill number. You can add for which customer the bill is getting generated. So I'll write customer ID. And if you want to add any of your like function name, that also you can add. So I'll just separate this. Okay, so I'll separate it. I'll take this bar, I'll separate it. This is my class name and this is my attribute names, and if you want to add any of the things you can add also. Fine. Okay, so now next, what where to where connectivity I have to, I'll just make it first bold. Where to where connectivity I have to give, I need to give the connectivity from manager to bill. So I will take as per the question. Everything I'm going as per the question. Fine. So here, if you want to write any of the you want to give any association links, I'll write down the association link over here. So I'll just write down. Okay, I'll write association links now. Here I'll write. So what I will write here, I can write the generates, right? So generates. Fine. So this is my generates. Okay. Okay, so generates here. So the manager is generating the bill. So now next, this is a relationship. So if I want to go for one more as per the question, that is booking, right? I'll just make this layout as a landscape. Always you try to use the landscape layers, because what will happen is the paper won't be sufficient. Okay, so if it is possible, you use the landscape mode. Here I will take it in the down. So here I want now the booking. Okay, so I'll take one more. So here, so the manager has to book, so I'll keep over here, that will be good. So here booking I'll keep. I'll just write down inside this is my booking. Okay, so what are the attributes I want to add? Date, which date they want to book, booking date. Next I can add like number of days. Okay, so booking date and number of days, these two can be added. So now if you want to add any more attributes name, that also you can add. I'll divide it. So here I am going to divide it. Okay, one more for the functions. I'm giving some space. If you want to write any function name, you can write. And the relationship will be from manager to booking. So here I'm going to connect it. Okay, manager to booking. So now, as I told you, according to the question, again, it is this booking is of two types. So one will be your internet booking. Okay. And here I'll just write down first. Let me write down. This is through internet booking. Okay. So one more is also there. That is through phone booking, right? So I'll just copy this. I'll write down here. That is phone booking. I'll write down phone. So here also, if you want to add any of attributes and all, I'm just giving on new. You can add any of the attributes names. So I'll just put two lines and leave off. You can write any of the attribute names. Fine. So here similarly, if you want to add for this phone also, you just add over here some two lines. I'm just leaving it off. Fine. So now this booking is of two types. So I have to give the connectivity from here to here. Just check it out, the arrow mark, and this one from here to here. Fine. So these things I have given, and also there is a connectivity from customer to internet, because the customer uh, will book through your internet, right? So here I'll just give the connectivity customer to internet. Okay, customer to internet, that connectivity I have given. So now, so here you can see this phone also can be booked through your receptionist, right? So under to this, I'll just keep over here receptionist, because this receptionist also can book it. So I'll write down receptionist. Okay, so receptionist. So I'll just make it little bigger size. And if you want to add anything under to that you can add some of the like ID, then you can add name, then you can add phone number, all these things, attributes name you can add. So I'll just divide it. So I'll write down here receptionist, then I will add over here any more function names. If you want to add, you add. The connectivity I will give, who is going to connect from the phone to receptionist, right? If you want to give any of the association names, so I'll just copy this. So that association names also we can write over here. I'll just write down here. You can write books, booking, right? So I'll write booking. Okay. Fine. Okay, so through phone also you can book it. So now next one is there, like your rooms. About the rooms we have not written, so I will take one more box and I will do over here the rooms. Okay, so I'll write here rooms. So now for the rooms you can add the like attribute names as room number, and then you can add as it is occupied or vacant. Is it vacant? Okay, so that things and all you can add over here. So this is about your rooms. So I'll just separate this, and if you want to add more about your functions and all, that also you can add. So I'll just separate this. Okay, and one more here, if you want to add any function name you can add. So where is the connectivity I need to give? So hotel to rooms, right? So I'll give the connectivity hotel to rooms. And also you can have the connectivity from booking to rooms, right? So you can have the connectivity also from booking to rooms. Okay, there is also one more connectivity. Fine. So now next what you're going to do, next you have, there are two varieties of rooms. So one will be your like AC and non-AC. So for that also we need to have here, I'm just keeping it small boxes, I don't have more space. So, and I'm writing over here. So here that will be normal room, and one more will be executive. So I will keep over here, I'll write down here executive. Okay, so you need to add the attributes also in this. So I will just separate this. I will separate it because this is normal. If you want to add any attributes name, any functions name, you can add. For executive also they have given it is AC or non-AC, that also you can write. So I have separated it. Fine. So now what I have to do, from where to where connectivity? This is from rooms. You see the arrow marks? This is from rooms. So from here to here and from here to here. So this is all about your question number 13. If you can do in this way, then you are going to get the marks. Now moving towards your next question, write a short notes on navigation in classes, right? So I'm going to uh, okay, fine. So here I'll just so this is my question number 14. Fine. So navigation in classes. So navigation in classes, what all are the things we need to write down? There are many points are there. Okay. So you need to emphasize on your, I'll just write down the points. You need to emphasize on your class models. First thing. Okay. Then you have to emphasize on your like OCL constructs. There will be OCL. OCL means 1 minute. Yeah. OCL. OCL means yes, OCL. Okay, OCL means object constraint language. Okay, so this is the OCL. So this about the OCL, you need to write. This is known as your OCL constructs. So if you want to know that what are the things you are going to write inside that, you have to write inside that some of the about your attributes. Okay, attributes, and also you have to write about the operations, how the operation has to be takes place. Okay, and also you need to write about yours, like what are the simple associations are there, all these things with the example you need to write down. Okay, so all these things you need to write down with the examples. Okay, so I'll write down here with the examples you need to write. Fine. Okay, so this is about your navigation in classes. These things you are going to write, and it can come for you some around 6 marks. Okay, some 6 marks of question it will come. And also one more is there, this is about the OCL. If I will, okay, one more point is also there, that is how you're going to building OCL expressions. Okay, that is building OCL expressions. So inside that also you need to write about some points. I'm just writing. Okay, some points like what do you mean by self, why it is become capital, what do you mean by self. One more you can write the context property. Okay, next you have to write about operations, keywords, operations. Next you can write about the keywords. Okay, I feel you all are writing with me. uh, Next you can write about the pre and post conditions. These all are the keywords. Okay, pre and post conditions. Fine. These things you are going to write inside your building OCL expressions with the example. And also one more is there, that is known as your operations on collection. That is one more point, operations on collections, that also you need to write. Okay, so inside this you have to mention the operation name and their description. Fine. So these things will be your question number 14. It can come for your 6 also or 8 marks of question. Okay. So moving towards your next question, that is explain the 3 main use of your generalization. So now what you are going to write for that, let's see. So this is my question number 15. I'll just give you the, I'll make it as bold. Okay. So what are the 3 main use of your generalization? How to know all these things? I hope already in some of the questions we have already written this, but still I will just write down. There are some of the points are there. You have to write about the superclass. First you need to write about the, definitely you have to write about the definitions. Okay, you need to write, before that you need to write about the definitions. Okay, then you need to write about the superclass, then you write about the subclass. Okay, then you has to write, you need to write about the ancestors. Okay, these all are the key points you have to write. Then you have to write about the descendant. Then you have to write about the set name. Okay, if you want you can give one of the diagram also. Okay, there is one example also, nice example in the book. Okay, that also you can write. So try to give one example. So if you are going to write all these things, then you will get the marks. Fine. And this one can come for your 6 or 8 marks. Fine. So now, okay, so now the last question. What is the last question? Prepare the class model representing hierarchies of classes using overriding features. This question used to come in your exam. So you have to see the answer of this particular question and just make it as bold. Okay, so overriding features. So what you are going to write, you have to write, the first thing will be you have to write the definitions. Okay, so you need to write the definition about the overriding. Next, you need to write about the display method, how the display method will work out here in the overriding. Okay, display method, fine. Next, you need to highlight on signature or the data type, how you are going to utilize. If it is possible, here itself you do the example or diagram, some of the example with the diagram you give, that will be some class models. Then you can write, there are some there are some O designs are there. Okay, you need to highlight the O design. And what all are the O design? You need to highlight all this O design. First one will be, there are two designs for defining the different behavior, the different behavior in the subclass. Okay, second one will be for having the specific, functionality in the subclass. Okay, so these 2 points you are going to highlight inside your OO design. So if you will write these things, then you can get the marks. If you want to highlight, you can highlight on arguments, parameters, methods, types of argument, all these things. Okay, all these things you have to highlight here. So this is all about your overriding features. It can come for your 6 marks of question. Okay, so I hope this question banks all the answers I have given you clearly. So I hope you can write your exam nicely to get all the marks. Thank you so much.